Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, for some reason, Pokemon have only given us 3 new cards. Exactly 3 new cards got revealed today. But you know what? There's 2 new EXs and a really good new supporter card. So I'm just like, yeah, cool. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Let's have a look. And let's start off with Mega Absol. Now, of course, if you've been watching this channel, including the videos I did yesterday on Mega Revolution, you will know that Mega Absol was coming. You will have seen a very blurry picture of Mega Absol. Well, now we've got a proper version. One of the things this does is, this backs up what I said when I told you those super blurry images were legit and the actual cards. There was no way we were ever going to translate Mega Absol from the picture I showed you the other day, but now we've actually got a nice clear version of it. You can see that actually, yeah, it is the exact same card, just now it's actually big enough to read it. As always, I've done the translations myself here, but I have checked with the lovely Antoine Boulet to make sure I've not done anything dumb. Sound like a plan? Excellent. So what we got here with Mega Absol is 280 HP, and we've got an attack for 2 energy that says if your opponent's active Pokemon has exactly 6 damage counters on it, it is now knocked out. It is very important to note it is exactly 6 damage counters. It's not 6 or more, it's not 6 or fewer, it is exactly 6, no mucking about. I will also say, this was not one of my predictions for Absol. The other attack, totally called it. But this one I didn't see coming, but it is kind of interesting and does kind of work. And basically here, 2 energy, not that difficult. Basic Pokemon, lovely. Biggest issue is getting exactly 6 damage counters on there. Now, one of the things I find most interesting here is that Dusclops puts 5 damage counters on there. I know this is not a coincidence. There is no way Pokemon were ever going to allow it that you could just Dusclops and KO anything with Absol. Pokemon were never going to let that slide. So Dusclops does 5, and then you've got to find the 1 somewhere else. Oh, and do remember with Dusknoir, all 13 have to go in the same place. You cannot spread that around. Now, of course, well, you can just combine Dusclops with, for instance, Hawlucha. Now, Hawlucha is going to rotate out beginning of next year, but we've got a little while before that happens. And that's my first reaction here. If you really want to go hard into this attack, Hawlucha onto a couple of Pokemon, and then those Pokemon are in range of Dusclops KO. That is absolutely possible. The other thing here is, of course, Dragapult. Now, the energy here is kind of awkward and annoying. Doesn't work out brilliantly, but Dragapult does drop 6 damage counters. So you can pretty easily manipulate the damage and you're good to go. However, I think there is a right answer here, and I think the right answer is Munkidori. Because Munkidori has an ability that activates when you have darkness energy attached to it. Oh, well, that worked out quite nicely now, didn't it? And Munkidori moves 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponents. Now, you do have to have the pool of damage to move from yours to theirs, that is important. But essentially, with Munkidori here, you use Adrenabrain twice, you move 6 damage counters over, and now all of a sudden they are absolutely in range of being KO'd by Absol. And the other thing to remember is, there's always going to be other stuff. It doesn't just have to be what we've got now. And that's very, very, very important. In the future, other stuff will be revealed. And that might help out here nicely. If you can consistently get 6 damage counters down on your opponent's Pokemon, this is phenomenal. We've got options. I've shown you. What's a second attack? Well, we got 2 darkness, 1 colorless energy, 200 damage. Look at your opponent's hand and discard 1 card. Which, incidentally, is exactly what I predicted Absol would do. I told you Absol was going to be essentially mild disruption. because that's the kind of thing Absol generally tends to do. That's what we've got here. This attack is uninspiring. 200 is too low to hit the key numbers. Discarding one card from the hand is fine, but not amazing. This is a very generic meh kind of attack. It's not that great. If you're going to be playing and getting excited by Absol, it's going to be the first attack. And we do have ways to make exactly 6 damage counters. We will probably get more ways in the future, so I'm just saying. Oh, right, score. I'm giving this 4 Wassies. I think this is a Pokemon that's going to take work to actually get rolling. But if you do the work, I think this could be awesome. The other Mega EX that's gone and been revealed here is Mega Mawile. And yes, here is the blurry image I showed you the other day. So, yeah, it's that. Cool. As a side note, I've started getting some questions. Remember what I said in my video yesterday? There is only one Mega Pokemon left to be revealed. We are pretty much certain at this point it's a Lightning type, because every other type has got exactly one Mega. Lightning's got none. There's one Mega to be revealed. Come on. So please bear that in mind. Whatever you're waiting for, whatever you want to be revealed, then either it's going to be a Lightning Pokemon or it's not coming. I'm sorry. Now, as for Mega Mawile here, what do we have? 270 HP on a basic, and we got ourselves 2 energy, 80 damage for each prize card you've already taken. Cool. Love it. Absolutely love it. And the thing is, this is one of the easiest to tech Pokemon you've ever seen. Because it's a basic Pokemon, it's 1 spot in your deck, and oh no, it takes 2 energy. Evolve into Archaladon. Boom. There's your energy. I know people aren't really playing it right now, but Metang is still good for accelerating energy if you want to. So I'm not worried about the energy. It's a basic Pokemon. It's 1 spot in your deck, and this is your last prize. Although, honestly, that's a little disingenuous. It's 80 for each prize card you've taken, so when you've taken 3 prizes, it's 240. There's basic EXs. When you've taken 4 prizes, that's 320. That's not everything, but it's almost everything. You know, Dragapult goes down here, and this is really important. You take 4 prizes, you've got 2 left to take. This won't KO every 2 prize Pokemon, but it will KO a bunch. And then obviously 5 prizes hitting 400, you're golden. This one is really simple. In a metal deck, if you're accelerating metal energy, put 1 Mega Mawile in your deck. Seriously, 1 card. And in the late game, you know, for 2 energy, this is doing so much more than Archaladon. Or basically any Pokemon in your deck. Once you've taken 4 prizes, you're not getting a better attacker than this. You're not getting a better 2 energy attack than 320 damage on a basic. So as soon as you've taken 4 prizes, pivot to this dude. There we go. But even the second attack here is actually kind of awesome. 3 energy, 260 damage, but if your opponent's active has any damage counters on it, it does 30 instead. You've got to hit an undamaged Pokemon here. This was also really annoying to translate when I first woke up at like 7 o'clock this morning, but I did it, and I am proud of myself. And the thing is, 260 damage for 3 energy. Well, Archaladon accelerates 2 energy, attachment for the turn, boom, you're off and rolling. And if you think about Archaladon for the moment, what's one of the most annoying things about that? Cornerstone Mask Ogapon, stops abilities. This has no ability. Most of your Archaladon deck does, this doesn't. And you'll 1-hit KO it. Raging Bolt is everywhere right now and super fast. This will 1-hit KO it. Now don't get me wrong, Raging Bolt's still going to be a pain. They're still going to be able to 1-hit KO you. You need to get a stage 1 going to accelerate the energy. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I am saying it will get a nice clean 1-hit KO. And it will get basic EXs here. And it's free energy when we can accelerate 2 pretty easily. It's a basic Pokemon. I think it's a 5 Wossie card. I think any metal deck with any kind of acceleration, this has to be minimum 1 of. It doesn't have an ability, which is actually a real bonus. 260 for free energy is fine, and is one of the best closers already in the entire game. Brilliant, love it. But I did promise you one supporter as well. We have one supporter as well. Acerola's back, and this time she's gonna prank ya. We got Acerola's prank, and we got a really nice supporter. Choose one of your Pokemon. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects done to that Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. You can only use it when your opponent's got 2 or fewer prize cards remaining. 1 or 2, that's it, that's all you get. But you can then choose one of your Pokemon, any of your Pokemon, and then they're immune to EXs next turn. Yeah, there's going to be some decks that turn around and they're just like, well, I don't care. I've got a non-EX attacker. Gutted. There are a lot of decks right now that don't. There are a lot of decks right now that don't have a good non-EX attacker. And that's where this comes in phenomenally. If your opponent doesn't have a good non-EX attacker, you basically use this to buy yourself a turn, or 2 turns, or 3 turns, or however many turns you need. I am a very big fan of this card. I think it's phenomenal because you can play it in any deck playing something like a Noctowl, so you can just search it out super easily. And there are other ways to search it out. Noctowl's just one of them. Play 1 or 2 in your deck. Your opponent goes down to 2 prizes remaining. And like in a Raging Bolt deck, they're attacking a Raging Bolt. I know they've got single prizes they use sometimes, but they're not doing nearly enough damage. It's not going to work against every deck. But if it will work against a deck, oh, it's going to be good. So there we go. Oh, yeah, this one's 5 losses again. I'm sorry. I know it just sounds... it's just good. It's not a 3 or 4 of an every deck or anything silly like that, but it is a card which I expect to see significant play, and it's a card which is going to come and win a bunch of games when it hits the board. That's a 5 Wossy card. But I've told you about it all now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these 2 new EXs. Tell me what you think about Acerola's return. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Ashley Munns, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.